Hey guys, what's going on? Pete with Auto Repair Tips. In this episode, we're taking it to the road. We are headed to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. The reason for this is my wife and I have been watching a trend lately, and boondocking, off-grid living, camper life is popular right now. So we had the idea, we said, hey, let's buy a van, let's turn it into a kick-ass camper, let's flip it for some profit. So I got to thinking, before we start this thing, let's go out and visit my daughter. They just built one about a year ago. Her channel is Nomadic Habits, and I'll put that link in the description below. Her husband's a welder, and they travel from East Coast to West Coast, boondocking, living in the camper, and they have had a good time doing it. So we're gonna go talk to her. I'm gonna find out her do's and her don'ts, things she likes, things she doesn't like, so we don't make those mistakes. Now, when it comes to building a van, I've been doing this 46 years. I'm okay with body work, paint work, glass work, mechanic work, any of that stuff. But when it comes to the interior, when designing in colors and layout, I'm gonna leave that to my wife. She is kick-ass at that. She has got a great eye for that kind of stuff. So that's gonna be her forte. So guys, we're heading to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. We're gonna catch some sights along the way and have a good old time. This is episode 1 of a series of videos. So guys, let's get into the video.
I look out across the water, I smell the salt, I feel the breeze, but in my heart I hear the calling of my old home, Tennessee.
All right guys, we've been driving for about 3.5 hours and we are in Grenville, I believe it's called. Time to go ahead and get some snacks. Need something salty. Where the Funyuns at? I don't see no Funyuns. Bugles. We're gonna go with the Bugles.
Yeah, back at Kissy. Okay. So it's 136.
You gotta turn it around. Face the head the same way. I already did that about 4 times over here.
Is it gonna give you money back?
Sure.
How's it gonna give you dollar bills?
You're gonna get a bunch of change.
136.
I watched this thing on how if it doesn't come out, of how you can just do this, how you hit it and you have to shake it.
It's like a slot machine. Ding, 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 ding.
I know they ain't it.
Coins!
Oh my god. What the hell is this?
It's dollars.
Oh my
Give me a
Lord.
dollar. Give me one of the dollars.
What, is that gold?
Yeah, it's real gold.
Why is it gold though? What's the color? Why is that gold?
Dollar.
Wait, hold on, they make dollar coins?
It don't take it, but it just gives it probably.
Wait, they make dollar
53.
coins?
Did it hit? Yeah.
I'm gonna get another bag of the Bugles there.
Daddy, they make
Oh,
dollar
it's $1.75. Where I put it? Here?
Yeah. It's our first time operating a machine.
Do I do it again?
Probably, I don't know. Get my Bugles out.
I am. What are you getting?
Bugles.
You got a bag of bugles.
This time I want 14 though.
But you gotta put $1.25 in.
I did.
Oh. Oh no!
I got this. I got it.
It's gonna fall. It's gonna fall. There we go.
Little thieves. So,
How do you unlock these doors?
hit the unlock button.
Oh Lord, the mirrors come out. Gotta get me.
Yeah, I was right. It's Grenville County. Granville County.
To know where these rivers flow, why the wind chooses.
Alright guys, after 8.5 hours, we finally made it here to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And my wife was the co-pilot, of course. So she had control of the radio and the directions. And of course, she told me when to turn left and when to turn right and when to stop and when to go and when I was going too fast. But I guess that's the co-pilot's job, right? And also with the radio, I didn't realize there was that many chick songs out there. I think I heard about 400 of them. But needless to say, after the first 3 hours, she put my music on because it was getting dark out and it kept me awake. But we're here and we're here safe and we're going to have some fun. Tomorrow we're getting up with Zach and Allie. They have a YouTube channel called Pneumatic Habits. It's a van life channel, and we're going to tour their van and talk about their van a little bit. And then after that, we're going to check out the sights around town and have a little bit of fun. Catch you in the morning.
Where to blow, the sun is gonna rise each and every time. But I've still got Tennessee on my mind. From Reaper's Fork to Watertown, and maybe Johnson City or Memphis bound. No matter where I go, no matter what I see, I still hear the calling of Tennessee. And who are we to know where these rivers flow?
Alright guys, we just got here to Cove Creek, where Zach and Allie are. And their channel is called Pneumatic Habits. Make sure you check it out. We're going to see if they're home and take a tour of the van.
Hi.
Hey, you guys ready for the tour?
Yeah, Zach's not here. He's at work, but y'all can come in.
Are you going to be able to handle it?
I think I know more than him.
Alright, we'll see. We'll see. Because you know I'm going to let them know how you did. Yeah. Especially on the technical questions.
Well, you can hear the door scraping, actually. It's because this thing, we have to redo this.
Okay.
But I'll show you guys all about that.
What is that? What do you use that for?
We actually, this opens up, it unlatches. First of all, these are hooks that we hang all of our wet towels and stuff on when we're done showering.
Okay.
But this actually, we wanted all of our hats to store in there. But the problem is, when it rains inside here because we didn't seal it properly. So all of our hats got moldy. So we couldn't, now nothing is stored in here. We'll probably turn it into like, maybe inset like cabinets or something.
Okay.
But, and now it's
So
scratches.
that would be a good feature, I guess, something when we're doing our van is to figure out a way to do like a drying station, a drying area.
Yeah, because I mean, if I could have it differently, I would probably do like a wet area because of having a dog and everything else. And a lot of people travel with dogs, but I've got nowhere. Like if it's pouring outside and she comes in, then like everything is soaked. So I just kind of like line the entire area with towels, and I'm like, all right, come in, and then I like wrap her up and I just like rub her off.
I got a good idea for that. Okay. All right. Cool.
But that's one big thing that I feel like I would do different.
All right. Now this is Deanna. Like I told you guys earlier, she's going to be doing the interior because she's real good at designing things. You ought to see our house. It's phenomenal.
Yeah,
But,
we should do a tour of the house next.
No, I don't think so. All right.
All right, what you got? Lay it on me.
All right, so I've been wondering a couple of things. We talked about it. Why is your sink, why did you choose to put it on this side versus this side, opposite of your stove?
So originally we were gonna put our stove and our sink both here, but I wanted to be able to cook because I spend more time cooking than I do like washing dishes. Usually when I'm washing dishes, it's just like the doors closed and everything. I wanted to be able to like cook and look outside and see the beautiful view. So that was the whole point of putting the stove here. That, and we knew our propane, we were gonna have to refill propane often.
All right.
So when we were refill propane, trying to go in and out with it, and plus like keeping it at a place where it was gonna be easily accessible was the hard thing, because it's awkward to get to. And I'll show you like how we have it set up later. So we just decided that if we put the stove and the sink on the same counter, and then I only had one tiny counter space, and I'd have an itty bitty counter space here, then I wouldn't have enough space to work with. So we just decided to put the sink here. Plus, we wanted hookups on the outside, and usually, like we don't, you know, when we're parked at campgrounds and stuff, all the hookups are on the driver's side. So when you back in, you can plug the water in and the electrical in, and it's all on one side without having to run hoses around and stuff. So that was like our biggest reason for that.
Makes
Question
sense.
on something: is your floor raised or is it on the actual the
No,
truck? Did
we
you raise
have
it?
the floor. Underneath of the floor is a very thin, it's like a foamy insulation.
Oh, okay.
It's got like the pink tiger or something on
Because
it.
I was wondering if you could have ran your piping under a floor, but you didn't do that. It's not high enough.
No, well, we were afraid. We tried to not raise the floor as much as possible because we lowered the ceiling. We have house insulation in here, whatever that our house
12,
insulation
something
is.
like that, yeah.
So we have that in here. So the ceiling is probably lowered by like that much.
Oh, okay.
And these are just puck lights. So they don't actually, like, you know how like house lights are 12 volt. So like house lights, they're like huge and they have a really big backside. These are literally like what you're seeing is exactly the size that they are. There's like nothing under behind it.
So how do you replace them? You replace the whole thing when they go out? Or?
Yeah, so
Okay.
these little things they undo, and then you can just unscrew it and the whole thing just hangs.
Okay.
And then you can like replace light by light.
All right, storage. What do you have that you can show me? How much storage you have? Like, where do you keep your silverware? Your...
Yeah. So originally we made this. This was supposed to be temporary because we were going to replace it with an oven and stovetop combo. And then about a year into living in it, we were like, well, it became like food storage because there's two of us and her. So I had to figure out a space, like where to keep her big 25-gallon thing of food and all of ours. So we're gonna make this more permanent now and just redo our stovetop because this was supposed to be like a blind stove for like a duck blind. And biggest problem with that is underneath of here, when water boils over, this little plate is the only thing that keeps it away from just like boiling over and into all of my food. So this is one where I store like all of our just like random, I have big spices under here. I've got like extra, Zach really likes the Olive Garden ranch. Keep like boxed things under there, and a lot of times I just put them in bags and stuff. French press. Sorry, Marley's loving on you.
She's
And then
in my bed.
this little spot right here is where I keep all of our Ziploc bags. Got big zips, little Ziplocs, and then I've got tinfoil, cling wrap, and then all of our cookbooks. And then in this cabinet is where this one is the Wow. Originally we made this for canned goods, and then I decided I didn't have anywhere to put my pots because I have a lot of cooking stuff. I mean, I have everything from making bread pans to, you know, food processors and things like that. So, and then I've got this defer because sometimes it will burn my bread if I cook it on the stovetop. So like all that stuff goes in here, and little extra like Tupperwares, big Tupperwares and stuff. But yeah, so we made this tall enough for 2 canned goods to stack on top of each other, and it was kind of perfect because all of this fits now. And it's heavy, it's all cast iron because it's easy to clean. And everything is latched on because when you're driving, you have to have a way to like latch everything closed, and this little lock holds this closed, if you can believe it. But this will become more permanent. We're actually going to put drawers in here instead and put doors and everything on it.
Canned food then, where do you store that?
So, yeah, well, we actually had a bigger refrigerator at one point, and it fit this entire space. And now, then we had to replace it actually. So we replaced this a couple of years ago because our refrigerator was going out. We had a fridge and a freezer, and we realized off grid it was really hard to have a like 120 volt refrigerator. Was it 120? 120? So it doesn't like keep things frozen when you plug it into the van because our battery wasn't big enough at the time. So we replaced it with just the refrigerator. Zach built this cute little shelf right here, and it probably fits 50 canned goods.
Okay.
So like Oh, we have a little shelf for all of our little guys. Ew, something in the fridge is going bad.
Part of van life, I guess, right?
Well, the problem with this is sometimes things tend to go quicker because of the battery.
Guess I was making your dog mad. I was sit on her bed.
She's like, screw it, I'm going outside.
I see you have drawers.
Mhm.
What are you storing in your drawers?
So we wanted the countertop to go this way so we could have bigger space, because that was my biggest thing. I wanted like lots of room. I wanted two people to be able to like pass by each other. So we did the drawers sideways, and it took Zach like a week to figure this out. But they're angled, and then up this one I have all the silverware and like random, like we cook outside a lot, so we have like little lighters and that kind of stuff. All my straws. Then this one has all of our like big utensils.
Did you buy those cabinets, or were they custom made?
He had to custom make all of this because nothing.
So he made all the cabinets himself.
Mm-hmm. He made them all himself.
I mean, I'm like,
He made them all
I just wanna
himself, and it took him 2
clarify
weeks
that.
to
It's
figure it
kinda-
out. Yeah. But then this one I have a strainer, a little Mickey Mouse pad, and then I've got like a milkshake maker, and all of our knives are on this side here. Look, anything that folds or is squishy is perfect for being in here, because it squishes in where it needs to go. And then down here we just keep trash and stuff like that. Trash and some sweet tea moonshine. Oh gosh, I need to clean out that refrigerator. And then, okay, so I actually like just redid all of this. I'm really like my hanging cute basket.
Very creative.
Yeah. Well, this was gonna hold all of this stuff, and then this is our sand from California, and our crystals from Arkansas, and shells from Florida. And I just wanted somewhere to put them, but you don't have anywhere to put like decorative things around in here, so make sure nothing falls out. This is where I store all of these things. We keep 2 regular coffee mugs. One is drying in the sink right now, but all of our cups and mugs and things fit up here. And I have like the tiny cutting board that's just easy to get to. And then in this one has more food. It's where I keep like my rices and my yeast, and I just save all my mason jars, and I put everything in my mason jars. Peanut butters, things like that. Oh, and I do have these things.
where you get all the mason jars?
Actually, no.
They're like moonshine jars to me.
No, this one is a pasta jar, but this one was a moonshine jar. This one had caramel in it, and then I have one that had peach. But this one, all of my, well, like, when you throw away all these glass jars, so I have so many glass jars, I don't know what to do with it. Yeah. So then I just put that kind of stuff in there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm wondering about where you store all of your clothes.
All right, so we made these really big drawers under here, and they go all the way to the back. So this is like, because we were doing winter clothes and everything. We have no clothes in storage, everything's here.
Oh, wow.
So that's my drawer. Zach has a drawer here. That is actually just all my crafting stuff that I like to craft. And it goes all the way to the back almost. And I also have a closet here. I was saying we opted out of doing a shower because it would require us to have a bigger water tank, and we didn't want a very big water tank. So this is where all of our hang up clothes go, mainly Zach's because of his work. Dirty clothes, and then we have our shower stuff under here in this little basket. And I'm a girl, so all my extra purses and bags and stuff are in this little like tote, along with an extra blanket for Marley.
Okay, so I know we talked about earlier why you chose to put your sink on this side. So can you tell us some more about it?
Yeah, I wanted to go with a really big sink, so we went with like a house sink versus the tiny camper ones, because I wash my hair in here when we're boondocking and stuff. So I did the big sink like this, and it actually drains under here. This is where I keep all my cleaning products. And one big thing I would probably change about this is about 3 times a day I have to empty this.
Oh, wow.
So what we're talking about doing is fixing this here and putting a valve on the bottom and cutting a hole in this and situating it to the ground so we can actually drain it with by hitting a button versus having to pull it out, because that's 7 gallons of really heavy water every time I have to empty it out, and I empty it out every time I wash dishes.
Okay, so I see your drain tank, and you say you have to drain it multiple times a day. Where do you actually get your water from?
So we have a 16-gallon water tank in the back, and we have pipes that run through here. Zach and I, that was our last thought, really. We should have done this first, but I'm kind of all right with it because if there were a leak in our pipes, then we can get to it easy and we know where it is. So it kind of runs through the closet. Our tank is on the right side in the back. The pipe runs through the closet and through a little hole here, and it wraps around and it goes to our 12-volt water pump. So if I want to get water from, I was the plumber in this because Zach had no idea what he was doing, but I did it to where we can pull it this way to get water from our fresh tank. You can hear the pump go off. Or we can push it back to get water from the plug-in.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
cool.
That way,
That's a good idea.
if that water freezes at night, I can still have water.
Right. Okay, I see on this side you have more storage space. What do you keep up there?
This is actually, I just reorganized all this, and I have little baskets for all of our stuff. These open together, but because of the way that this roof angles, this one doesn't really open all the way. But I've got everything from toothbrushes, got medicine, anything to do with hair. This is like an office basket. We keep all of our stickers and stuff in here. Hair products, electrical things, like all of our chargers and stuff, and then towels.
Good use of space.
Originally what I originally wanted to do was have 2 cabinets like this, and then have this one come in and down as like a medicine cabinet, so it wasn't like in the way. Because whenever I go to brush my teeth, you're gonna hit your head, so you kind of have to lean and be all up underneath of it.
Right.
But that was one thing. If I could change it, I would stop this here and then come in with it and come down.
Yeah. All right, you have more storage space I see up here.
Yeah. This is actually, these keep falling down, but I just made this macrame to kind of hide all of our random stuff up here. But I did it to where you could pull this way. I have a yoga mat right here. You know, just some random, I got my hats up there because I can't keep them in the door because they mold. I have a little desk on this side that I use as when I'm sitting in the bed doing office stuff. And then over here, I keep all of my stuff that smells good, some extra files, and Marley's medicines, and poopy bags and stuff. Yeah. And toilet paper. Can't forget the toilet paper.
Yeah.
You want to know where my toilet is?
Yes. That is one thing that I don't think I could do without is a toilet. I could probably shower, but in the middle of the night, where do you go?
I'm the same way. Well, we thought about the toilet last because I was like, we'll just dig a hole and go in the woods. But you're not always somewhere where you can dig a hole and go in the woods, and sometimes running to the bathhouse, you're like, oh, I gotta go, and you can't make it in time. So the toilet was the last thought, but it is actually here. And this is the Dometic toilet. It has a 2-gallon tank on the top and a 5-gallon tank.
Now let me stop you right there. When I go to the bathroom, I need to kind of open up my legs a little bit, get my iPad, relax a little bit,
Have a little privacy.
have a little privacy. It's time. That's my time. Matter of fact, when I'm at home and don't want to talk to nobody, I go in the bathroom to get my iPad. So what do you do here?
There are no secrets between Zach and I.
Okay, that's all I wanted to hear. Enough said, we'll end it right there. You got a portable shitter.
Yeah, Zach doesn't like to use it as much as I do. He calls it my toilet. He's like, are you going to empty your toilet? But he will use it to pee in.
All right, good enough. Wait, go
I
ahead.
guess in a pinch, driving down the road. I've been in that situation.
Yeah, or you really have to go.
Yeah.
Well,
You just pull
eventually-
over and go.
And eventually we want to make it to where you can actually, where it's going to have
Its
a
own
bench
space.
here, and then it will just slide out from a bench, so it's not front
Sitting
and
out
center.
and over.
Yeah. But honestly,
I was wondering what was over there. I thought that was a
curtain.
table.
Yeah.
I thought that was a table.
It's an extra seat.
It's a
Yeah,
footstool.
I thought it was. I didn't realize that was the shitter.
And so no one sees it. I just cover it.
I
with
forgot all
this
about it, to be
cute
honest.
little
We're sitting there
orange
doing a tour. I forgot all about it. I was putting my legs on it.
Well, no one knows. And it's just covered with a
good
towel.
gosh. All right, show me your garage.
All right. Well, you want to talk about this real
Yes,
quick?
power
Oh,
supply.
power. That's right, power. Go ahead.
So,
All right, Allie, show me the power supply.
all right. So this is actually the dog bed, and I just kind of lift everything up to get to it. But under here we have our lithium 12-volt battery, and it's huge. So this is probably the only place. I wish we could have 2 of them, but I believe it is, can't remember what the wattage is, but I could tell you in a minute. And then we've got our inverter, which converts everything to our AC power. This is our DC to DC battery charger. It actually plugs into the alternator and it charges us while we're driving. So we have a little button here, and whenever I start the engine, we cut this on and it will keep us charged. And that actually helps us stay off grid for like months at a time. So we have 3 ways of charging. We can plug in right here.
Have you been off grid yet?
Yeah, we actually drove from here all the way to California.
Do you have a video on that?
I do. We've got multiple videos.
All right, guys, I'll put a link in the description below to the video that's showing her off grid so you can see how it works.
And from here, you mean from
Tennessee. Yep, from Tennessee.
Wow.
Well, we really went from North Carolina. Actually, it was Virginia, North Carolina, Georgia, and then all the way west.
What is this?
This is actually, so I was saying we have 3 ways of charging. Our solar panels connect to this, which tells me what my battery's at, which drops all the way down into here. And it connects to our 12-volt battery. That's one way we charge. And then the other way is we actually cut a hole in the side of the van, and that's why all the wires are running there. So any outlets or wires or lights, all of it run down to this one spot and come into here. This right here is connected to our inverter. It was actually plugged in outside. So right now we're plugged into shore power. And then the other way of charging was the DC to DC charger, where we charged from our inverter to, our alternator to our battery.
All right, cool. Let's go see the garage.
So our garage is a mess because we're about to go to our storage unit and take a bunch of stuff there. Because when you do this full time, you can't take everything with you. So, back here. Oh. I put these curtains up so that way we could open the doors and no one could actually see like what we had going on under there. But if you pulled them aside.
Oh, wow.
wow, lots of space.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can believe it, our fresh tank is back behind this. You can't even see.
So it's under the bed,
And it
basically,
goes
back.
all the way to the closet. Like, that's how much space we have. I can actually show you by pulling this one thing out how much storage is back there.
What in the world?
Oh, wow. You can
And
get a lot
so-
in there.
Yeah, and so actually our drawers.
Where do you keep the lawnmower?
You're right. Actually, our drawers they come to like here. So this,
Okay.
this is a short space here, and then the 2 on the side go really deep.
Huh, cool.
And this is everything.
Well, show me the plug-in on the outside where
Okay.
it plugs in at.
So going back to like the reason why we put the sink on this side was so when we were staying at campgrounds, we could do everything at once without
Got
having
it.
to run hoses around. But we've got this plug in here, and we had to, cutting holes in the van was definitely a scary thing. And then this is where our shore power is.
Okay.
We kind of ghetto rigged it, but they make actual covers that go on it. We just
Okay.
haven't purchased one yet.
And that are your solar panels up there.
Yep, and Zach actually custom built that roof rack, and that's something that he's at work right now. He's a welder. So we are going to be like custom building roof racks and things like that at some point. We plan on expanding and
Cool.
doing those things.
So you said your fresh tank is way back there. Where do you get the water? How do you get the water to it? Or
So-
from it? Or I don't know anything about it.
When we're
So-
boondocking,
Right.
we actually we use this app called iOverlander. And when you go in the app, you can actually search and find fresh water. You can find showers, free places to park. So we'll find like a fresh water place and a place to like dump our toilet. And usually it's all the same. Sometimes they charge you $10, sometimes it's free. But somewhere like here, we've got our water source really close by. And I am just gonna take this out just to show you because it's really not that difficult. Because Zach threw all the stuff in here anyway.
So
But-
you have to reorganize.
Yes, every time I have to reorganize. Sorry, Zach. But fresh tanks here. We recently, I have a video on YouTube actually because we recently insulated it because we found mold underneath of it.
Right.
It was sweating is what happens because it gets cold and
I
hot.
think I remember
cold and hot.
seeing that video you guys put up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was really, really sucky because the mold was so stinky in here. We couldn't figure out what the stench was. And then come to find out, we were cleaning out the tank and it was like just covered in mold. But I basically unscrew this and we fill it up through here, and then you can kind of watch the water rise here.
Okay.
So it is getting a little bit low, but we have quick connectors on all of our hoses and stuff. So I have they're like the water spigot thing, like you would water your garden with. The water,
Right.
I don't know.
Sprayer.
We've got one of those. And
I don't know.
It has a quick connect on it too, and so we'll quick connect that to that, and I actually just kind of like spray.
So in other words, when you turn it on in there and we heard the pump, that's where the water is coming from when you
Yep.
have to use the pump versus the other, which is coming from
Yep,
the
which-
hose that is hooked up. Got it. Okay.
So
I have a
How
question.
much does that hold? Do you know?
So
and how long
technically
will
this
it
tank-
last?
Technically, this tank is a 16-gallon tank,
Okay.
but because of how it's sitting, it can only hold up to like here.
All right.
So we lose about 2 gallons.
Okay.
And that we found we can go about 3 days with, 4 if we're being really, really cautious, which is why we don't drink out of this, and we decided to fill up a 7-gallon jug, and that we take with us. So our 7-gallon jug is for drinking, and then this is just for washing dishes and
Oh, okay.
brushing teeth and stuff like that.
Okay.
Alexa,
cool.
turn the lights on. Okay. So we actually would cut that on at night, and I'd be like, how do I unplug this? And I would have to reach my hand all the way down there and reach for the cord and unplug it. So we
good
decided
idea.
to get the plug and put it in there.
What was the last thing you?
The bed.
The bed. So,
That where the magic happens.
so is it a standard size?
This
like,
is a standard size full bed.
full bed.
And we
Okay.
custom built it, so it does hang over a little bit here, but we custom built it, and the frame is the only wood that we did not cut down in size. These are actually like 2x4s, and they are black bolted into the actual frame of the van.
Okay.
Oh wow.
That way, that was the one thing I was like, I didn't want to like jump on the bed or like, cause it's really high as you can see. So I have to like really hop up onto the bed, and I didn't want to hop up onto it and the whole thing just like fall down on me.
You got a TV on the wall there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And in summer nights, you can open your back doors and
We
watch
got-
TV and.
We have one of those bug screens that actually like the magnets in the middle,
Yeah.
middle, and it surprisingly we have 2 of them. One fits all the way on this side, and one fits on that door. So a lot of times in the summer, we'll open up the back doors and the sliding door, and we'll just put our bug screens up, and just the breeze is really nice.
Oh wow. Cool.
And you play the ukulele for Zach to lull
Well-
him to sleep.
Yeah. Actually,
Well-
that's more for show. I can't figure it out.
Well, you think you got enough information to take care of the interior?
Well, there's one more thing I feel like I should talk to him about.
All right.
AC, having an AC, we talked about the heat. Did we talk about the heater?
Yes.
The AC, we don't have AC units, so we have 2 fans.
Okay.
Some people put 1 fan in. We have 2 because we open this one in the back and that one blows out, and it creates the circulation, and
Okay.
even in the summertime it really keeps us cool.
I do think that if I build one, and I'm going to flip it, of course, when I build it, I'm probably going to put a unit up there, heat and air unit
The
on the
only
roof.
problem is,
That's my only thought on
the
that.
only problem, we looked into it, and while yes they do make 12-volt AC units, from what I hear, you can't run them off grid as much as you think that you can. It will completely just drain your battery.
Well, we'll research it.
Yeah.
So that's
We'll
something
see.
to
So I got enough information to do, I think, what I want to do, design-wise, building-wise, and I guess my wife hopefully has enough information where she'll see where she can do what she wants to do.
So I was thinking, your solar panels, do they cover the entire roof?
No, but eventually we are going to get 2 more, and we have 2 in the front and we'll have 2 in the back. We'd like to build a rooftop deck too.
That's what I was gonna ask, because that would be something that I think would be pretty cool.
And
Having
if
a
you-
rooftop
To
deck.
get to the roof, if you probably noticed, we don't have a ladder because they're like $1,200, $1,500, and we just don't want to spend the money on it. We have one of these telescope ladders, and they work
Okay.
really well.
Okay. Very
Sweet.
good. And you can actually take it along with you
Mhm.
and not have to keep it stuck
Well,
on
my
the side
biggest
of the
fear
van.
was, the ladder really gives us away. But my other big fear was, what if somebody just decides they're gonna climb? We park in weird places. Like, I don't want
Right.
anybody climbing on my roof
Right.
and hanging out while I'm in the van. I'd be like, who's up there?
All right, guys, now that we're done with this tour, Allie's going to show us around wherever the hell I am. So we're going to go look at some,
Pigeon Forge.
we're going to look at some sights, and we're going to ride some roller coasters and climb some mountains, and I'm going to take you guys along for the trip. All right, guys, catch you in a little bit.
Look, you walk inside the camera lens.
That is cool.
Look.
Chooses where to blow.
There's a Black Rife Coffee Company, so we're gonna hook myself up with some Black Rife coffee, some pretty cool apparel, and go on. So I'm gonna go with the AK Espresso.
It's gonna rise each and every time, and I've still got Tennessee.
Alright guys, check this out. This is the Smoky Mountain Knife Works. It's the East Coast largest knife store. And this is in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee still.
We get some of that hot one.
Smells good, don't it?
My knife. Yeah, there's the knife over.
We'll be in here a while. There's an endless amount of knives. So my wife likes to shop at Target. This knife store is just freaking overwhelming. This is my Target. I've never seen a store so big with so many knives. It is just freaking crazy. This is like the third layer. Alright guys, after looking around for about an hour, I'm going with that knife right there. He says it'll last a lot longer. It's got the 1095 steel on it, which sharpens really easy, because I'm constantly going through them.
Fillet knife, electric. That's what Trip needs.
The store is freaking massive.
All right.
The women like those, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I went for the red and white. That's kind of what I liked. It looks like a bag, right?
Alright guys, check this out. We're still in the store. We're going down to the second level yet. Second level is going to have guns and ammunition and all kinds of stuff. Look, the knife store even has purses for women.
Concealed
But
carry.
it's concealed carry purses where you can hide your guns.
Oh yeah, cause I got my tassels.
I don't think you could conceal an AR though.
That is cute. I just like the longer handle. The bag. Oh, they have over here.
You could literally spend about 3 hours in this store. You're okay. So, look at it. That's a lot of ARs. There's a whole wall loaded with ARs, shotguns, and rifles. That is a ton of firepower. So check out this BB gun. That is freaking bad to the bone. That's $195. Look, you even get a free show.
I miss the smoke on the Cumberland.
Show me $360 worth of merchandise.
Pull it all up.
That's $300, guys.
Whoa! Look at that building that's upside down. It's pretty cool. Even the palm trees are upside down.
Check out the Hatfield.
That's where I want to go to dinner. That's that dinner show. It's a comedy show plus dinner. The Titanic. Oh, we missed the lens. I want to go there beyond the lens.
I know.
Where's
I want to go to
Godzilla?
all these places.
We passed it. Oh, right there.
I want to
There's
go.
Godzilla.
Addie wants to go on a roller coaster. Well, we're going to Anakees.
Well,
I want to go.
Dollywood's got
There's Godzilla. Oh, King Kong.
What's that?
Godzilla. That's a lizard.
Oh, what is that supposed to be? What are those people's faces? Oh, Hollywood?
Yeah.
All right, second stop of the day, or it's more like the third or fourth stop of the day. It's Pigeon Forge. We're still in Pigeon Forge, and this has got a built-in amusement park, all kinds of stores. You know, I never would have thought, like you talk about Tennessee, and I was like, what the heck to do in Tennessee? But I'm gonna tell you, this place is really super nice. This trip was well worth it. We got to look at a tricked out Sprinter, and we got 2 more days of just doing whatever the heck I want.
The fireflies at midnight.
All right, where are we going?
Going to Laurel Falls.
All right, so we parked on the side of a mountain over here, and there's a paved trail going up that way, I guess, to look at this fall. How you doing?
Take care. Have a good day.
Yes, sir. All right, so now you can't see it, but that's the road right down in there. And we zigzagged up all the way to here so far. How close are we, Allie?
We're close, I think.
The color of the leaves in the fall.
So next stop is Gatlinburg. We're going to take a sky lift up to, I don't know, someplace to go shopping and eating. So apparently up here in Tennessee, this is the way they travel around. This is their way of transportation. Everybody rides around these things.
It's okay. This is the one that goes over the street Alex was talking about. It's okay.
Who are we?
What's this? Noah. This is Noah right here. Hey, Dad, could I go on that thing right there? I can?
I can see Cat on this bridge.
I can?
Oh yeah, we should go.
To do what?
I can?
Go what?
On that little thing.
On the bridge?
No, on that little thing. Can I?
What thing?
There's a tower over there.
What little thing? Can I go on it?
Sure, go ahead.
Where these rivers flow, why the wind chooses when and where to blow. The sun is gonna rise each and every time, and I've still got Tennessee on. Yeah, I've still got Tennessee on my mind. Yeah. I look out across the water. I smell
I don't know. Should have fit right. I don't know. I'm thinking about getting this. Yeah. Instant hair. Hell yeah. Now if I put a ball cap over it, I'd be good to go.
Oh my God!
Alright guys, that's it for this trip. But before we end the video, I want to introduce you to Zach. Zach is the one that built this van from scratch. I don't think you subbed anything out, did you? Nope. Nope, he didn't sub anything out. So everything in there, from the floor to the tile to the cabinets, it was all custom made by him. I also want to thank Allie for showing us around Tennessee. I didn't realize there was that much stuff to do here. I didn't realize there was this about shit. I didn't realize there was this. Hold on a second. Tongue tap. That's twisted. I didn't realize there was this. I didn't realize there was this. Damn. How much wood?
You need a shot?
Nah, I do need a shot. I didn't realize that there was this much stuff to do here in Tennessee. The next time I come, I'm gonna have to bring a little more money, but it's been great. We had a lot of fun and we got to see a lot of cool stuff. All right, guys, that is it for this video. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Catch you later.